name's Tipton, Burnsville, North Carolina, and I've got a 1977 761 Brockway. Started out as a tri-axle dump truck, and a friend of ours turned it into a road tractor. And he had done the paint job and sleeper and all. And then when we got the truck, we took and stretched it, done away with the drop axle, added Peterbilt air ride, at 355 rears, 13 speed B model cat non-air to air. It's our pride and joy.
How long have you had it?
We've had it right now 3 years.
And did you do all of this work in-house?
Yes, all of our work we do ourselves. We have some friends that is specializing in aluminum, so they helped us do the aluminum work. And for the most part, all the mechanics and everything we do in the house.
Is that your main gig, or are you a trucker?
We do truck lightly. For the most part, I have dump trucks myself. They run every day. I actually have a 75 model dump truck that runs and hauls rock every day. It's a Brockway 761.
So do you have a connection to Brockways?
Oh, yes.
What's that? Tell me the background.
We started going up to the National Brockway Show in Cortland, New York.
Just for fun?
Just for fun. My grandfather actually had a single axle Brockway. Gas motor, that was his.
In North Carolina?
Yep, that was his first road tractor. Run it for years, and I didn't realize that we owned one up until, my dad purchased our other truck sitting over there. That was first time I'd heard of a Brockway.
How old were you?
I was 10, 11 years old, and I'm right now 27, so.
Oh my goodness!
So I didn't realize that Brockway was a thing until then.
So in that time period, I assume you've learned a lot about the brand.
I've learned, a little bit. I'm not real keen on all of it. I try to learn as much as I can.
What's a brief history for anyone who doesn't know about Brockway?
Brockway started in 1912. They first began in the late 1800s building wagons. 1912, they started truck production.
In New York, right?
In Cortland, New York. And then in between 1912 and 1913, they had put out a little over 90 trucks in a year. Then in 1959, Mack bought the majority of the company. And then in 1977, there was some employee and pay dispute between the Brockway employees and the Mack employees. And Mack ended up just going ahead and buying them completely out and shutting the doors.
But they allowed the brand to continue for a while after the buyout.
Well, they allowed them to finish what was already in production, and what was in production went overseas.
When did your grandfather start trucking?
My grandfather started his construction business around the early 70s. His single axle Brockway was his first road tractor, and he used it to haul, what little bit of equipment he had to start out with. Run it for probably 10 years and ended up with another truck. Same identical truck, little single axle Brockway.
But you didn't know about Brockways.
I had no idea.
So what happened? Did he sell the truck and get something else?
Well, both trucks stayed at our shop, and they sit in the weeds. They had been there for years. I always just knew that as just an old junk truck. Whenever my dad took first interest in, pursuing Brockways more, we took and decided that we was going to completely restore his truck.
Your grandpa's truck?
Yeah, my grandfather's truck. We disassembled it. What was, kindly left, it's a wooden framed cab. We took it to a wood shop, and it's been there for a little over 10 years or so, getting rebuilt.
For 10 years? Is it like a filler project for them? Or is
Yeah,
it just,
yeah. I
okay.
mean, it's kind of something just, something they can do on hobby wise. Because they're having to learn all the different, curves and everything of the cab. And it's taken a while, but eventually we'll get it. We always try to do one Brockway a year. We've got, I believe, 9 or 10 that's a running. And
Is
then,
this your fault because you discovered it when you were 10 and you're like, what is this?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Was little and running around. We didn't have, no care in the world about them. Then Dad bought our little green and white 157 and changed everything. That ruined us for the most part because and we went Brockway crazy.
The interior in this is pretty immaculate. Is this an original interior?
What I know about the interior, the door panels and the panel on the firewall has been changed. We done them ourselves. The headliner, the pieces around the windshield and on the back of the cab, I'm not entirely sure about. Those was in it when we purchased the truck. The sleeper, it was all there when we purchased the truck.
Where did you find this truck?
This come out of Afton, New York.
Was it in pretty rough shape or decent shape?
Oh, it was in great shape. The gentleman that had it before us, his name is Paul Polizzi. You wouldn't believe how great of a person this man is.
Did he work the truck?
I don't believe so. No, I know that he built and made a gorgeous truck out of it. I don't know, how much he run it other than taking it to shows. He just done an all around great job. And it definitely helped us be able to move along with, getting it to what it is today.
Has this truck hauled a load since you've had it, or has it just been something you've taken to shows?
I've hauled farm tractors to shows. I haul trucks to shows. Anything I can do, show or parade wise, I'm hauling with it. Last year was kind of an exception because this was, first time that we was going to bring it to the Matt's truck show and ended up missing registration. I was on top of things this year and was able to get 2 in. Well, this is my first time being interviewed.
For real?
So, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I wanted to, I saw you driving there
Right.
around for the parade last year.
And I didn't know that was the parade. I had no idea.
So 1 Brockway a year is your goal, you say?
Yes.
I don't really know about Brockways other than when I see them occasionally at shows.
Right.
Are there multiple models?
There are several different models. I'm not real, keen on the older models, as in anywhere from 1912 to
Like the brass era?
Yeah, I mean that just I don't know. I've got to do some more schooling. Give me just a second, sweetheart.
And I see you put some modern touches
Oh
on
yes,
it and
yes.
things.
When we build something, we like to mix old school and new school. That helps the older generation still enjoy it.
Right.
But it also brings in a younger generation to enjoy it. And that's the whole point of trying to mix the two.
This looks beautiful. Has it been?
This all has been re-chromed. The front end, all the chrome except for these bars. These are aluminum. We polish them, and we are no polishers by no means. But all the re-chroming, Paul Polizzi had done whenever he had owned the truck and first built it. He had put the B model cat in it. He just done a great job all the way around.
Was there a Brockway dealer near where you are from or near where your grandfather lived?
To tell you the truth, I am not sure dealer wise. I know that he bought the truck from, if I'm not mistaken, a auction, and then liked the truck enough that he ended up finding another one and bought it.
Did you find a new far air cleaner, or was that something that was just in excellent shape on this one?
So this one was in great shape, and we have come up with some new old stock.
I figured you probably have a stockpile of.
We try to get it, get together as much as we can, just so trying to rebuild.
I'm sure those are hard to find.
Oh yes, yes, those are very expensive. Very expensive, and it's a little scary going down the road with them on there, because it's just a matter of time they're gonna fall apart.
How about the paint on here? Did you guys do that?
Mr. Paluzzi had done the paint job. He picked the paint scheme with the stripes, which, in my opinion, done a great job. I plan on building a 457 cab over. We have a Brockway cab over. I'm gonna use the same stripe scheme, just different colors. That way I can kind of have a pair with the two.
Yeah. What brand of sleeper is this?
From what we can tell, and there's a great chance that I'm wrong, but we believe it's a rest right sleeper. It's can't really find any numbers on it, but we believe it's a rest right sleeper.
Would it be a lot of trouble to open the hood, or just
Oh, no,
is it
no.
one side thing? Is it like a butterfly hood
Butterfly
situation?
hood.
Is this a pain to work on or not awful?
Oh no, it's like a walk in the park. You take one bolt loose on the back of the fender back there, and you just swing that fender right out.
It swings? Wow, okay.
It's got a hinge here in the front, and that makes it a world easier on trying to work on one. See, I'll open the other side.
Ten years old when you discovered the Brockway in the yard.
Yep.
26 years old?
Yeah, right now 27.
27 years old. You're in that short time period, 17 years. It's a
Yeah.
big chunk of your life,
Oh yeah,
though.
yeah.
Are you like trying to accumulate as much Brockway knowledge as possible?
I'm doing my best. I'm my dad obviously knows way more than I do, simply because he likes to read. I'm not a reader.
A
But
picture looker adder.
yeah. When I see some instructions, if it ain't got pictures, I'm ruined. But I love Brockways.
It's the first time I've ever heard of this name of truck.
17 years of Brockways,
Right.
and you want to do one a year. When did that start?
So after our little green and white truck, we started looking on trying to find something else, and we come up with a 46 model single axle dump truck.
Is that the oldest one in your collection?
That's the oldest one so far. We bought it, it was a running driving truck. When we got it in our shop, it took, let's see, from August to April, we finished it and had it at the show and won the show with it. So we really busted our hind ends doing it. That's what started us with the one a year. We done it, then we've got a 361 tandem dump truck. We have done this one. We've got some more 361s. We've got two more 761s.
Are they all numbered models? Is that how it works?
Yes. This truck here is a 157. That's a 761. Most of ours are 761s. We have a 527 Husketeer, which is a little cab over. And then, which we done it one year, but for the most part, we took the concrete mixer off of it and put a little pickup flatbed on it.
Did they do a lot of that sort of work? A lot of heavy haul and dump truck and things like that?
Most of them was a heavy spec truck. From what research that I've found now, like I said, not a big reader. There's a lot of heavy haul trucks in the Brockways. Just about everything is double frame, and they was just a truck built to work.
I suppose I should also ask if your Kaiser Air works.
Oh yes, yes. If you're the driver, your right shoulder's froze, and your left shoulder's a sweating.
And do you drive this up when you go to the show, or do you
Yes.
trailer a few with you? Or?
Yes, I hauled 2 of our Brockways behind it, and that was another plan with our cab over, is to build it to where I could haul a couple more up there with it.
Do you have a drop deck trailer or something?
I've got a 53-foot low boy that I put behind this one, and then a 45-foot low boy I put behind another truck. And usually I can fit 2 per trailer. One of these days I'll get me a step deck. That way I can have it a little easier about loading. But
27, 1 truck a year. You're going to end up with a lot of trucks someday.
oh, I hope so. That's the plan.
Do you have any that aren't Brockways?
Yes, we've got Peterbilts, we've got Kenworths. I currently have a 82 model autocar dump truck that's running every day. A model Cat, 13 speed, and I like running old trucks. I don't know if something's wrong with me or what.
Clearly, because this is here, can you tell me year and all the quick details on this? I've got your whole entire life story.
Right.
What's this truck?
1958, 157. Little Brockway, originally was a single axle, 6-cylinder Continental gas. And when we purchased it out of Canada, we brought it, we had taken it to the Brockway show a couple years, didn't really have any plans of doing a lot. And my dad decided, we're going to cut this thing in half and stretch it. So we pulled it in our shop, we cut it, and right behind the cab, we put Mac frame rails because those rails matched width-wise. Peterbilt Air Ride 355 rears. We took the 6-cylinder Continental gas motor out, put a 300 Mac in, tinkered with the pump, of course, turned it up a little bit. We also put in a 20-speed quadruplex with double overdrive.
That's a new one for me, I believe.
So
Well, 20-speed quadruplex, does that mean it's a 5 and a 4? Is that how this works? Or
So-
something like that?
I'm gonna think here.
I just interviewed an older gentleman who has all this Mac
Right.
knowledge,
Right.
and he said like the duplex, triplex, quadplex would be, I guess, the auxiliary transmission, right?
Right,
So,
right.
yeah. So
Well,
this is a 2-stick?
It's a 2-stick.
Was that a learning curve, or was it piece of cake?
Well, I had already, learned how to drive one when I was little.
How
Yeah.
little?
I mean, we're talking like 7, 8 years old. And I actually have a couple other trucks that's twin stick. But this wasn't, real bad for me. Definitely a game changer once you get up into the higher gears with it. But
You have to like keep mental notes.
oh yeah, and try to remember what gear you're in, and when you need to stick your arm through the steering wheel to get it into gear.
Keeping an eye open along the way
Oh,
for
yeah,
emergency pull-offs to stop and start over.
You stop and start over. Yep.
What about this interior?
The interior was done before we purchased the truck. For what I know, the restoration of paint and the interior panels was done I believe early 2000s. This truck was actually in the movie of, let's see, Deacon of Defense. deacon of the defense, something like that. And I've got a picture of it in the movie. We changed the gauge panel. Of course, y'all had to cut out for the twin stick. Interior wise, that's the only thing that we have done.
It's beautiful.
Whoever done a fantastic job.
Which of the two trucks rides better?
Definitely the red and silver one.
Which of the two trucks is more fun to operate?
Definitely the red and silver one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love it.
So did you drive the red and silver one to
Yes,
the show?
I did. I used it and I hauled this one up. That red and silver truck rides like a Cadillac.
So this plaque on the dash is a lie. Is that to confuse people?
Whenever we put it in, the plaque was the only one that we had that was remotely close. So we put it in hopes of one day being able to find the right dash plaque for the quadruplex. And we're still on the look. I met a gentleman a couple days ago that said that he thought that he had some, and I told him that I'd be tickled to death to purchase them if he would let go of them.
I was gonna say there might be a chance someone watching this would have an idea where to find one.
If they do, please let me know.
You put this dash in?
We put the dash in. The gauges are factory. We actually, a friend of ours that specializes in aluminum, he took the factory dash and laid it out, made a pattern, and cut all the holes out and made the dash himself by going off of, the pattern of the factory dash.
It's some close quarters in here.
Oh, it's tight.
My head is just about maybe 4 inches from the roof. I know there seems to be air in the seat here or something.
Oh, no.
No, it's just a high seat. Of course not. Ugh. I mean, it's pretty cozy. My head is on the back.
There's hardly any room in it.
I rode in one of the Tackleberry collection Brockways, and my knees as the passenger were right up on the dash.
Right.
What year was this one?
58. The grill's factory. Old restoration. One of these days I'm going to repaint it, but I will go back with the same colors. I'll do everything the same.
That's a beautiful green.
I love it. Of course, pollen all over it, but
at least it's not snowing.
That's right. Spring's finally here.
Is this the second oldest one in the collection?
The second oldest.
All right, I'm just guessing.
Oh, yeah. Most of the other ones are 70s models.
What year again did they stop making them?
77.
Thank you for taking this much time, by the way.
Yeah.
Like
I said, this is my first time I ever had any kind of interview.
So is this your first time actually participating in the show?
Yes. Yeah, last year was the first time I, had come to the show at all. And then this is the first year of participating. And hopefully next year, some more trucks, I'll be able to participate again.
I'm guessing you've had a lot of attention, a lot of feedback.
Yes. We really like the attention. We're the type of people, we ain't really worried, about winning. We don't bother us.
The great thing about antique shows also is that
and
you don't have to deal with it.
We enjoy, getting to see people that knows what they are, really look at them and take pride in them. We like for the kids to see these old trucks and it just brightens their day.
And you're introducing a brand of truck, I bet, to a lot of people who have never seen one before.
Yep. Our favorite part is, being able to tell a little kid, climb up in it. And the smile on their face just makes it worth it. I'd 10 to 1 much rather let them climb up in it because they're going to remember that.
Someone has to keep them alive for the future.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if somebody don't, then it's going to die.
It's already lasted, just about 70 years?
Yeah.
So,
if I can be a part of keeping these, moving, then That's what I'll do.
What about was that your son?
Yes.
And what are his thoughts on old trucks?
Well, he absolutely loves them. Our little Husketeer cab over. His favorite color is blue. That truck's blue, and he took it away from me. So he took claim over it pretty quick. So he is all about them, especially a cab over.
He's got good taste.
Oh yes, oh yes. So he loves it. My daughter, she likes it. She's just she likes other stuff other than trucks at the moment, which is fine. I'm not a pushy person, so hopefully one day she likes them as much as he does.
Someone's got to keep taking care
That's
of them.
right.
Well, thank you so much. That was absolutely perfect.
You think so? Because I feel like I choked.
Nope, that was absolutely amazing.